What's up, guys? Yeah, so I hope you had a happy and safe 4th of July. Hope you catch the video that we just did. All of the things that we do here in our little wonderful farming community in Western North Carolina, including an unbelievable fireworks display. But we're back to work. So what we're doing is we are putting the locust posts inside of the holes that we made the other day. Unfortunately, because of the 4th, we weren't able to get to it, but this entire temporary fence right here that is electric is going to be replaced with welded wire. And so we're going to really increase the capability of this pasture right here. What we're doing is we're looking to improve this temporary fence right here. These are only just posts that you actually push in with your foot. We're going to replace it with this wonderful locust post. That way it matches everything else. Because, of course, here we have to keep everything looking identical. Unfortunately, it's the military in me. So we are going to replace this, and we're going to drop some welded wire in its place, and then we're going to also put on a gate. That way our Nigerian dwarfs have an opportunity to really munch around here and stay nice and safe. So these are the holes that we have already created using that auger that you saw previously. These are the locust posts, and we are going to drop 5 of them, and then we also have a piece of fence that you can't see, but it's up underneath the barn, and we'll show you what. But these locust posts are driven, the gate is hung, or I should say the wire is hung, and yes, that electric wire is hot. So you are looking at now the goat play area, and then inside the barn right there is where they go and take it easy, especially on a hot one like this. Probably about 90 right now, which is really hot here for the for Western North Carolina. So if I can get this out, which you try to use gloves for safety, and then you lose your dexterity because of it. It's awesome. So this little rubber ring keeps this from coming off, and then it's really good to have these extra ones. Let's go ahead and make this easy on myself. I really need an extra today.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You broke it.
You broke it. I did that on purpose. Okay. Clean up our trash. Alright, so you pull this out. Probably be one down here too, so you're going to have to bear with me.
It's dead.
It's definitely not dead. I just charged it.
Aaron, did you get the turkeys planted over?
They're gone.
It's a hot day in Western North Carolina. They're getting so big. Look at him closing his eyes.
Alright, so these are simple hinge pins. I actually found these. I'll post the love in the comments, but they just simply slide over a T-post. So the T-post hinge pins. And we'll slide it on down to the point where you need one, and then you just sit there, hang it, and then we'll pull one more up here, which just fell into my pocket. I want to say hinge pins from smartatfixes.com, or you can order them on Amazon, and it's really great. All they do is it's a hinge pin that allows you to connect to a T-post. Pretty cool if you're doing the farming thing. And as of right now, all I'm trying to do is just find the exact right height to be able to set my hinge at, because these kind of self-lock. The bottom hinge pin's really great. It self-locks, and it'll actually support the weight against the T-post. It's got a great little washer there, and I just want this to hang free. But I'm going to go ahead and go inside and get myself an iced tea. Hey y'all, on my way up to the store to go pick up some Preparation H. No, it's not for me. I have a chicken who we were feeding him some scratch earlier today, recognize that it looks like we might be dealing with a vent prolapse. You might recognize that word prolapse if you've ever known with human beings. Unfortunately, that same thing can happen, especially with a woman with their itty bitty parts. But unfortunately, it can also happen with the chicken, because the business of the oviduct, which is the area that the chicken lays the eggs from, unfortunately, it can also get loose. Those ligaments get loose, and unfortunately, the insides start coming out. So not to be gross, but I'm letting you know right now that the subject and content of this video is graphic. And so if you have a weak constitution, by all means, please don't watch. But if you're a chicken lover like we are, then we will be happy to show you, hopefully, which will be a very good treatment, and she'll hopefully bounce right back to her normal self. So unfortunately, what's happened to our girl is, as you can see, her vent, which is the spot where we get the eggs, you can see it is, unfortunately, the tissue has started to come out of her vent, which we refer to that as a vent prolapse. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to manually put that tissue back and use a preparation H in order to see if we can't go ahead and have her feel much better, and hopefully this will rectify itself so she can start having eggs again. So these are the supplies that you'll need for being able to manage a vent prolapse. You've got Surgi Lube, some ointment, Coban, gloves, iodine, and rolled gauze. We'll show you what the procedure looks like here. Alright, so this is the view that I have, vent right here with iodine on it. She's calm, relatively calm, and I'm about to apply the hemorrhoidal cream that you see to the vent and then to the outside of the vent in order to hopefully shrink this tissue. Alright, so I'm going to place her inside of this towel in order to get her to stay calm. I can't make any guarantees because she is awfully wily right now. And then I'm going to place her onto her back, because being on their back, they have a tendency to calm down. Let me make sure that the head has got plenty of room. Okay, very good. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put my glove on. Yeah, she's pretty calm now, so we are good. First things first is, this is the business end, so I'm going to go ahead and work with one glove because the other glove is just going to stay on. I'm sorry, I'm not going to use another glove because, of course, that's just going to help keep her calm. So I'm going to leave her on her back, and we'll go from there. My hand's a little on the sticky side from giving her a wash. But first thing, let's go ahead and get some iodine. We're going to clean the area. That's why it's also good to have this towel here. Whoop, calm down, girlie. I promise I'm just trying to help. Relax, I'm just trying to help. Make sure that your neck's not all caught up somewhere. Very good. Just trying to help. Shh. So I'm going to put some iodine on it in order to help cleanse the area. And I'm pretty liberal with iodine. I actually just coated the entire prolapsed area. And just going to look around and make sure that we have it nice and covered. Alright, so we do. Now with iodine, you want to let it go ahead and sit for I'd let it sit for at least a minute, because when you just put iodine on tissue and then wipe it right off, it actually doesn't do any of the job that you're wanting it to do, which is obviously cleanse the skin. So you got to let it sit. It has to dry a little bit, and that's when it actually has its antibacterial, antifungal, and antivirucidal properties is when you actually do that. So, all right, girlie, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. I know, this is not something that's fun, but I promise I am trying to help. Okay, so it's been roughly 30 seconds. I'm actually going to apply just a little bit more. You can actually see that there's a little bit more tissue that needs some attention. You can also use vetariacin. It's another great product. I just have the iodine here, so I like iodine. It's just one-stop shop, gets everything. So while that's happening, I'm going to go ahead and place a little tiny bit of Surgy lube or some sort of a general lubricant onto my finger, but the vast majority of the lubrication is going to come because I need the preparation H in order to really be able to address this situation. I'm sparing you the looking at it sense because I don't want to gross you out too bad, but I will be. GoPro, stop recording. So what I did to finish up the procedure, I guess, was I applied enough preparation H to the oviduct. Unfortunately, it looked as if like she is fully prolapsed, which means that everything that was supposed to be inside is unfortunately kind of turned around and went inside out. And so I applied enough preparation H. I applied what is called a pressure dressing, which is like kind of balled up some gauze on top of itself. It was brand new gauze, and I put it right there against the material, put some preparation H on it, and then I wrapped the entire tail, well, what you saw, in some Coban, and hopefully we'll start seeing some minimization of that tissue. But we'll keep you updated as we go along.